Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our county-run food pantry. You are allowed to come in twice a month and shop. One of the days is set items. They call it Commodities Day, and you don't get to choose the things that you get. The items are already pre-selected, and you just walk through and they put them on your cart. The other day is what today was, which was you get to pick the day that you come throughout the month, any days that they're open, and you get to choose what you want. So there'll be a shelf of like breakfast products, and you get to choose one off of it. There'll be canned goods, and you get to choose so many fruits and so many vegetables, that kind of thing. Because we're a larger family, they also have a top shelf that has larger, like family-size boxes of cereal, numbered tin cans of things, that kind of thing. So we are able to pick off of that as well, which is nice just on being able to get a little bit more for a larger family. Sorry, I have been kind of MIA for a while. Nothing major going on, just life. This season, you know what I mean, Christmas season, and everything is go, 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 and Christmas programs and events, and I'm just tired. I'm ready to hibernate for the winter. So I just have not been doing meals of the week, and we've been doing a lot of the same meals over and over and over again because I'm just kind of running on autopilot when it comes to meals, that kind of thing. I will also say food pantry may be changing a little bit. I don't know how much to tell on here. The lady that runs the small town church food pantry was let go. Not in any fault of her own, but because upper management didn't like the way that she was running things, and so they chose to kick her out. And sorry, I'm struggling with this one because she just lost her husband, and this was her lifeline. This was her baby. It was what was keeping her going. And the community of ladies who know her outside of this are rallying around her and making sure that she's okay, but this hit her hard and was unfair. My husband and I have discussed, and at this point, she was allowing us to come in the day beforehand and shop so that I did not have to bring my 5 kids and sit for 2 to 3 hours in line waiting our turn, because they have nowhere for the kids to play, just the hallway where you sit on pews, and that's not really an option for 5 kids for 3 hours. And I'm not super comfortable with leaving my kids alone that long with me not being able to contact them, not have contact with them. So there's a really good chance we're going to stop going to that one. It's not on a day that my husband is home. I have no one to watch the kids, all of that. And we're at the point where we can go down to this one food pantry and be fine. But it would have been nice, it's just that little bit of extra help. But mostly I'm just upset about the way that this lady has been treated. She has run this food pantry for 4 years and has the church upper management, is what we're going to call them, is not being very Christian-like, in my opinion, in how they are handling this and the way that they went about this and the way that they are demanding the way that this be run. So my husband and I have discussed it and kind of said we don't really want to, for lack of a better way of saying it, support that. Obviously, the food pantry is supporting us, but by us going, it feels like we're supporting what they just did to her. And if it means that we have to make more sacrifices somewhere else to not get that food pantry food in order to stand up for our friend, then that's a sacrifice we're willing to make. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, please continue to be in prayer for her. All right, let's jump in and do this. So this is our county road food pantry. Once a month, able to shop. This is what we were blessed with today. First things first, this is the lady that knows that I love sparkling water. And so it's supposed to be you get one drink per member of your household, and anytime that I'm in there, and she goes, hey, you guys like this sparkling water crap, right? Because she knows nobody else will take it. The case feels light. My guess would be there's either some missing out of it, it's not open in any way, or some of the cans have busted at some point in time. The other side of the packaging looks like it may have been wet at some point, so that's probably why it was there. Some more of these apple ones that my kids really like, and then a few random lemon lime ones. The giant roll of paper was not included in that. That's another story for another day. We bought that at a thrift store so many years ago. Like so many, a flea market maybe, thrift store, something along those lines. And it gets brought out and used for so many random things. Craft projects. I have wrapped gifts in it. 1,000,002 uses. Love that thing, and there's still so much of it left. My husband, when I bought it, he's like, why do you want to buy it? It was like $4 for like this giant roll of paper. And he was like, why do you want to buy this? And I was like, because I'll come up with some uses for it. I've used it to make dress patterns. Yeah. So, but it still continues to live on, and he just thinks it's hilarious that it's lasted that long. Anyway, all right, cold items. They had 2 boxes of meats. One of the boxes had these packages of chicken in it, and so you got to pick one out of each box. The other box had spicy sausage and a package of fish, which are neither one something that my family will eat a whole lot of. We're not big fish people. My kids will eat it, but it's not a favorite. And so I just said, that's fine. I'm just going to take one package. Well, then I walked down a little bit further, and she's like, hey, take another package of this, so that, because she's like, that's not going to feed your crew just one package. And so she's like, here, take another one. I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yes. So then we get almost all the way through the pantry, and she goes, hey, I forgot we had some big family size packages. Do you want this? And I was like, yeah, I would love to have it. And I was like, do you want the 2 packages of small packages back? And she's like, no, take them both. You're fine. And I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, awesome, because yeah, that's definitely useful. A thing of eggs. We are down to getting between 1 and like 3 eggs a day from our chickens. That is totally normal for them to do that during the winter based on daylight hours, warmth, all of that. So I was glad to get eggs. I will say my kids do not like the flavor of store-bought eggs, so we save the homegrown eggs for eating like breakfast, that kind of thing. And then these I use in baking, in like egg bakes where there's more to it than just eggs, that kind of thing, just to flavor it up. My kids are spoiled on those pasture-raised delicious eggs. We could pick one random item, and I picked some Greek yogurt because that is always useful. We got a gallon of milk, 1 cake pop. That will go in the dessert options for kids for whenever, every Friday night we have dessert, and I just have like all the random dessert things I put in a box, or I'll like lay out on the counter. So that will be a random dessert option. A thing of monk fruit sweetener. Hang on just a second. Sorry, needed to help a little girl. A thing of monk fruit sweetener. This is a good sweetener for if you are diabetic or need to do low carb, anything like that. So that's what I picked it up for. This is what my husband uses like in his coffee. If he wants something other than black coffee, he'll do that, and a little like splash of heavy whipping cream, something along those lines. Canned goods. We had 2 items off of a miscellaneous shelf. So I did peanut butter because peanut butter, and then these we have gotten before, these Mike's Mighty Good, and I have oh no, I just realized that's spicy. Darn. I have a little guy that loves these, that likes having these as a snack. So yeah, I will pass that on. I've got a friend of mine that's family loves spicy food, so we'll just pass that on to her. We could pick one fruit, and they had these number 10 cans of applesauce up there, and I was like, I will take one of those. I can open it up, and if we don't get it used before it needs used, then I can it or I can freeze it, and that's totally fine. No big deal. We will probably end up using that entire thing because I can kind of push it on the kids for breakfast and snacks for the next few days, whenever we open it. We could pick up 4 vegetables. I did 2 things of baked beans and 2 things of peas. They also had a shelf of miscellaneous items, and you could pick 4. So I did a thing of chicken, a thing of salmon, and a thing of tuna, and then a box of the red lentil pasta that a friend of mine said was really good. So I still haven't made the other one, but we'll get around to it. Bread products. We could do, let's see here. How did this break down? They had hot dog and hamburger buns, but these were in a different section. Anyway, let's just say what we got. I picked up both of these things of hot dog buns. These we will probably use as hot dog buns, but these, I am not a huge fan of the split top ones. I know some people love these, but they are brioche as well, which just kind of means they're a slightly sweeter, squishier. I love to cut these up and use them to make French toast bake. So that's what those will be for. Some all butter croissants because yum. And then I've got a couple of my kiddos that think angel food cake is just the greatest. And I will just slice this and then put the whole thing in the freezer. And whenever they go to make breakfast, they can, why am I trying to open that? They can pull a slice out and have it, and they'll throw like a little bit of fruit on top and a squirt of whipped cream, something like that. Got a kid sneaking into the freezer or in the refrigerator. I picked up these dinner rolls. I will cut these open like long ways, open it up, fill it with lunch meat and cheese, and then close it. And then I make a mixture of melted butter and mustard and some different seasonings, and you pour over the top of it and you bake it, and they are delicious. I do miss those being low carb and gluten free. You could pick 2 snacky things, and so I picked 2 bags of these Snyder's sweet and salty, the salted caramel. Yum. Those are delicious as well. 2 non-food items. They had these elderberry immune support gummies. Why not? Because, yeah, we have already had a few colds this fall and going into winter, so, yeah, I have the sneaky suspicion. It seems like every few years we have a hard winter where it's just like everybody gets cold after cold after cold. So we're going to go with some of those and see if they help. She knew that my husband and I do low carb, and so she asked if we wanted these. So these are some keto chocolate chip cookies, and then some Ratio, I think, is a pretty decent brand. Like probably pretty pricey. Oh, there you go. Wow, that's actually some really clean ingredients. Not bad at all. Not a huge fan of soy, but not awful. So yeah, my husband will probably take those. He's a semi-truck driver, so having shelf-stable snacky things is nice. A thing of honey-made graham crackers. I'm trying to think what else was on this shelf that I picked up, because we had to pick out 2 things, and now I don't remember what the other thing was that I picked up. Oh, the sweetener. And then the breakfast item, my daughter has been loving this. She opened up a bag of it the other day, and she said it was really good. So she'll do that. Sorry, I gave my kids lunch, so they're coming into the kitchen and putting their plates away. 1 pineapple. We'll see whether that's good or not. The last couple that we got, one of them was good and one of them wasn't. So we had already gotten done, and I was out in the car. My daughter brought the cart back. And the lady that was in there goes, hey, we just set out blackberries and blueberries. Take these. She gave us all of these. She gave us 4 packs of blackberries and 3 packs of blueberries, and we've already hit one of them for lunch. I know my son said he saw one that had, like, one of the blackberries that had a little bit of mold on them, but otherwise they're in really good shape. So we will get those eaten. I just thought it was funny that she gave us, like, a whole flat of these as she's heading out the door. Here, take these. A bag of carrots, and these are what are called seconds carrots. They're little, they're stemmy, they're split, they're just the not so pretty carrots. It doesn't really matter. They're all going to taste fine anyway. So those will definitely get used. And then some regular potatoes and some giant sweet potatoes, which my kids have already asked for. I will do what I call marbled mashed potatoes, which is where I will dice regular potatoes and sweet potatoes and boil them. And then you mash them up, but you kind of leave them lumpy so that you see the white and the sweet potatoes combined. So yeah, we'll definitely have that on the menu soon. Like I said, I'm sorry that I have kind of just disappeared. It's just been a long last couple of weeks, and I know it's not going to slow down anytime soon. So yeah, maybe next week I will be back with Meals of the Week. I don't know. What is next week? Is next week Christmas? Oh my gosh, is it Christmas next week? Yeah, next week is Christmas. So maybe I won't even then. I don't know. You know how it is, that it just seems like life hits you all out of a sudden, out of nowhere. We've been doing a lot of prepping for Christmas, and we decorated for Christmas or decorated for winter, and my oldest son put up Christmas lights, and we had a birthday in there, and we've had like I said, Christmas like programs, and like my husband's family Christmas party, and it's just been madness for the last couple of weeks. So I'm sorry that I have just kind of left you guys dangling. I promise I will try to get back at it. There for a while I was doing good and doing like 3 videos a week, and now I've done like 1 in the last 2 weeks. Sorry. But yeah, so this is done. This may be the last video before Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Life. Okay, so I'm going to put these things away, and then I'm going to eat me some lunch, and then we're going to go to the library because it's also been like 2 weeks since we went to the library, and my kids love the library. So thank you so much for watching this. If you need help, please get help. Please seek it out. The food pantries are there to help you. I will put a link in the show notes of how to find food pantries in your area. Please do not be ashamed to go. Trust me, I get hate comments. I get hate comments at least 1 every video. I have taken to just deleting them. Some of them I kindly educate. If they are kind to me, I try to be kind back. If you are rude to me, I'm deleting you because it's my channel and I can do that if I want to. If you don't want to watch food pantry hauls, and if you're just going to say something mean, then don't. Okay? People are out there struggling, y'all. It is a madness out there with the price of everything. I saw the other day, like the cost of what Kevin McAllister spent at the store when he was home alone in the first video, compared to, it was like $21, and that same cart of things would cost you $74 now. Okay, so it's madness. It's so expensive. It's just ridiculous at this point. So please stop hating on people. Love on people. We're not going to the food pantry because we think it's fun and because we're blowing our money on other things. We don't have fancy cell phones. We don't have cable TV. We don't have fancy cars. We don't. The last time I took a vacation, I was pregnant with my 14-year-old daughter. Okay, we have never been on a family vacation because we have always been frugal and made those choices. We are being as frugal as we possibly can be, and this is one way that it helps, okay? We choose not to go on government assistance because we're not there. We just need this little bit of assistance, just a couple $100 a month in groceries to push us in the right direction, to help us make ends meet, pay the bills, go to the doctor's appointments, do all the things that need to be done. So if that's you, if you're questioning, should I go because we're okay, we're making it, but you're not actually making it. You're one oops away. You're one sick kid, one broken car, one whatever away from being in trouble. Seek out the local resources because they're there and they want to help you and they love you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.